Welcome, brave explorers, to the mystical land of geometry. This land is filled with hidden shapes and puzzles waiting to be discovered. Today, we're on a quest to uncover the secrets of angles. Now, what's an angle? Well, let's think of it this way. Imagine two rays. Rays are straight lines that start at a point and go on forever in one direction. Now, imagine these two rays meet at a point like two friends shaking hands. The space that they form between them, that's what we call an angle. Angles are everywhere, from the corners of a book to the wings of a bird. They are a fundamental part of our world, shaping everything we see and do. They are like the secret language of shapes, helping us understand how they interact and relate to each other. There are all sorts of angles out there. Some are small and sharp, others are wide and open. Some angles form a perfect corner, while others stretch out in a straight line. Each one is unique with its own size and shape. But no matter their size or shape, all angles have one thing in common. They're formed when two rays meet at a point. This point, known as the vertex, is like the hinge of a door. It's where the two rays come together, and it's what allows the angle to open and close. Angles are a fascinating part of geometry, and we'll be exploring them in greater detail in the coming segments. We'll learn about the different types of angles, how to measure them, and even where we can find them in the world around us. So are you ready to embark on this adventure? Are you ready to delve into the world of angles and discover their secrets? Then buckle up, because we're about to take off on a journey of exploration and discovery. Together, we'll uncover the mysteries of angles and learn how they shape our world. So in simple terms, an angle is just the space formed when two rays meet at a point. Let's continue this exciting journey and see what other secrets angles hold. Now let's dive into the four main types of angles we'll be exploring today. Picture yourself as an angle adventurer, equipped with your curiosity and a sense of wonder. Are you ready? Let's go. First up, we have the acute angle. Imagine a wizard's hat. The sharp tip at the top, that's an acute angle. It's smaller than a right angle and measures less than 90 degrees. It's like a shy friend who doesn't open up much but is always there for you. Next, we have the right angle. Think about the corner of your favorite book. That perfect square corner is a right angle. It measures exactly 90 degrees, just like the corner of a square or the intersection of two streets. It's like a friend who's always on point, always reliable. Then we have the obtuse angle. Picture a bird spreading its wings wide in the sky. That wide, open space between the wings is an obtuse angle. Larger than a right angle, but less than a straight angle, it measures between 90 and 180 degrees. It's like a friend who's always open to new ideas, always ready for an adventure. Finally, let's look at the straight angle. Imagine a straight path on a treasure map. The straight line that represents the path is a straight angle. It measures exactly 180 degrees, just like a straight line. It's like a friend who's always straightforward, always honest. And there we have it. Angles come in all shapes and sizes, just like us. Each angle has its unique characteristics, just like each one of us has our unique traits. We have the sharp and small acute angle, the perfect and reliable right angle, the wide and adventurous obtuse angle, and the straightforward and honest straight angle. Remember, angles are not just mathematical concepts, they are part of our everyday life. They are in the books we read, in the paths we take, in the wings of birds, and even in wizards' hats. So the next time you see a hat, a book, a bird, or a map, remember the angles and their wonderful world. And one more thing before we go. Keep in mind that just like we can be friends with people who are different from us, angles can also be friends with other angles. They can come together to form shapes, create patterns, and make our world a more interesting place. So keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep discovering the wonderful world of angles. Every explorer needs tools, and to measure angles, we use something called a protractor. This handy tool is shaped like a half circle and is marked with numbers from 0 to 180. These numbers aren't just for show, they correspond to the size of the angle we're measuring. Let's imagine we're on an adventure and we've just discovered a mysterious symbol etched into a stone wall. It's an angle and we need to find out how wide it is. We take out our trusty protractor to help us. First, we line up the 0 on the protractor with one of the rays of the angle, making sure the center point of the protractor is at the exact point where the two rays meet. Now we look where the other ray of the angle crosses the edge of the protractor. The number it points to is the size of our angle. But wait, there's a bit of a twist here. If you look closely, you'll see that there are two sets of numbers on the protractor. One set goes from 0 to 180 as you move clockwise, and the other set does the same as you move counterclockwise. So, which one do we read? Well, that depends on the direction of the angle. If the angle opens up to the right, we read the numbers that increase as we move clockwise. If the angle opens up to the left, we go counterclockwise. Simple, isn't it? And there you have it, brave explorers. You've just learned how to use a protractor to measure angles. Remember, practice makes perfect, so don't be afraid to use your protractor to measure angles wherever you find them. Keep exploring, keep discovering, and keep learning. With a protractor in hand, you're ready to measure any angle you come across. Angles are everywhere. They're in the buildings we live in, the art we create, and even the sports we play. Let's take a little journey and see how angles shape our world. Imagine an architect designing a towering skyscraper. Each corner, each edge, each window is meticulously planned and measured. And what's this they're using to ensure the building stands tall and straight? Yes, you've guessed it, angles. Right angles ensure the walls meet the floors perfectly, while acute and obtuse angles add interesting designs to the building's exterior. Now let's step into an artist's studio. Do you hear the tap 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 of a sculptor chiseling away at a block of marble? Every cut, every curve, every detail is guided by angles. The sculptor uses acute angles for sharp detailed features, while obtuse angles help form the broader, sweeping shapes. Even the positioning of the sculpture, the way it's meant to be viewed, involves angles. Who's ready for some action? Let's head to the basketball court. Watch as a player takes a shot. The trajectory of the ball, the angle at which it leaves the player's hands, and the angle it makes with the hoop all determine whether it's a swoosh or a miss. Even the strategy of the game, the way players move and position themselves, involves a dynamic dance of angles. Let's not forget about our everyday lives. The ramp you skate down at the park, the ladder leaning against the wall, even the slice of pizza you had for lunch, angles are all around us. And there you have it, the fascinating world of angles. They're not just numbers on a page or lines on a graph. They're an integral part of our world, shaping our buildings, our art, our sports, and so much more. Who knew angles were such a big part of our lives? Now that you're angle experts, it's time to put your skills to the test. Let's embark on a thrilling treasure hunt for angles. Picture yourself as an adventurous explorer, navigating through the mystical land of geometry. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to identify all the hidden angles in the vibrant landscapes. Will they be sharp, like the tip of a wizard's hat? Or perhaps wide and open, like the wings of a giant bird? Or maybe they'll be straight and true, like a path to a hidden treasure. As you journey through this magical world, remember to use your protractor, your trusty tool, to measure these hidden angles. And for every angle you discover, you'll unlock a virtual badge of honor, a testament to your skills. So are you ready to rise to the challenge and embark on this exciting adventure? Great job, you've truly mastered the art of finding angles. Congratulations, intrepid explorers. You've journeyed through the mystical land of geometry and emerged as true angle experts. You've uncovered the sharp corners of acute angles, scaled the right angles of a book's corner, spread your wings with obtuse angles, and walked the straight line of straight angles. But remember, this is just the beginning of your adventure. The world of angles is vast and full of wonder. Just like the architects, artists, and athletes we've talked about, you too can use angles to shape your world. So, keep your protractors at hand and your explorer's spirit alive. Look for angles in the world around you, in the buildings, the artwork, and even in the trajectory of a basketball. Remember, with curiosity and knowledge, you can discover the secrets of the universe. Keep exploring, and who knows what you'll find next.